Welcome to Gray Matter Reports. Today we decode the complex reality of events that unfold around us. In the dim glow of a flickering screen, a figure sits, isolated yet omniscient. The room is sterile, a tableau of forensic charts and psychological profiles. Each detail meticulously arranged, each shadow a whisper of the human psyche. Here lies the intersection of thought and action, where the mind's labyrinth reveals its darkest corners. Behavioral economics teaches us that decisions often defy logic. Each choice, a delicate dance between impulse and reason, unveils the paradox of our existence. Consider the individual, their actions a tapestry woven from threads of calculated risks and emotional responses. What drives a person to step beyond the boundaries of societal norms? The answer, shrouded in ambiguity, lies in the intricate interplay of environment and biology. Imagine a case conclusion framed not just by events, but by the silent narratives behind them. The antisocial profile is a mirror reflecting the complexities of human behavior. It is here, in this psychological landscape, that we unveil layers of motivation, fear, and desire, colliding in unexpected ways. Each element contributes to a larger equation, a puzzle that begs to be solved. This is not merely an investigation, it is an exploration of the self. Who are we when stripped of societal expectations? The mind speaks in riddles, often leading us down paths of irrationality. Yet the patterns emerge, predictable, even in their chaos. The individual oscillates between logic and madness, crafting a narrative that defies simple categorization. As the camera pans out, the sterile room morphs into a broader canvas, a reflection of a society grappling with its own contradictions. The data charts and psychological profiles converge, illustrating the delicate balance we navigate daily. The viewer is drawn into this world where every decision is a choice laden with consequence. In this cinematic journey, we delve into the heart of behavioral economics, unearthing the reasons behind actions that baffle and disturb. The mind, a paradoxical entity, reveals itself in flickers, moments of clarity amidst the chaos. It is a realm where reason falters and instinct reigns, where individuals craft their destinies against the backdrop of a complex society. Prepare to traverse this terrain, where the psychological and the economic collide. Here we unravel the enigma of the antisocial profile, not as a mere case study, but as a reflection of our own humanity. The story unfolds, and with it comes the challenge of understanding the very essence of what it means to be human. The air was thick with uncertainty. A dimly lit room, furnished sparsely, echoed with the muted sounds of the city beyond. Shadows danced across the walls, a flickering reminder of the lives intertwining just outside. Here in this confinement of thought, the complexities of the human psyche unfurled like a tightly wound spring, waiting for release. In the center of the space sat a table, cluttered with files. Each document bore witness to decisions made in the quiet hours of the night. The profiles were meticulously crafted, each one a fragmented reflection of the individuals examined. Patterns emerged like constellations in a darkened sky, connecting seemingly disparate points of behavior. It was in this nexus of data and deduction that the mystery seed began to take root. Behavioral economics served as the lens, distilling intricate psychological states into decipherable components. Each subject was a puzzle, their actions dictated by invisible strings of motivation and consequence. The paradox lay in the clash between rational thought and the primal instincts that governed them. It was a dance of mind over matter, a delicate balance where the slightest misstep could tip the scale. One particular profile stood out. The individual had exhibited signs of an antisocial disposition, a mask of charm concealing deeper fractures. Their history revealed a series of calculated choices, decisions crafted not from impulse, but from a chilling awareness of their environment. The subject operated with a clarity that belied their intentions. Each action, a calculated risk, revealed layers of cognitive dissonance, an understanding of societal norms, yet a complete disregard for them. As the analysis deepened, the narrative grew more complex. Biological evidence hinted at underlying neurological patterns that shaped behavior. The mind, a labyrinth of pathways, twisted and turned in ways that defied simple explanation. Decisions were not merely products of circumstance. They were the results of intricate economic models of risk and reward. The subject's choices echoed principles of loss aversion, where the fear of losing outweighed the potential for gain. Outside, the city pulsed with life, oblivious to the unraveling story hidden within these walls. In this moment, the room transformed into a crucible of understanding. The somber weight of the findings pressed upon the air, a reminder of the intricate dance between the mind's machinations and the matter of human existence. Each profile, a seed planted in the fertile ground of inquiry, awaited the nurturing light of comprehension. Here, in the silence, the complexities of humanity awaited their inevitable revelation. In the intricate labyrinth of the human psyche, an unsettling truth emerges. The mind often betrays its own. Consider the antisocial profile, a tapestry woven from fragments of experience, environment, and biology. What drives an individual to traverse the moral precipice? The answers are as diverse as they are elusive. Imagine a subject, raised in an environment steeped in chaos. Emotional neglect forms a foundation, one that shapes neural pathways and behaviors. As the years unfold, these pathways become entrenched, guiding choices that defy societal norms. Here lies the paradox. Does this upbringing absolve the individual of responsibility, or does it merely illuminate the complexity of choice? Behavioral economics provides a lens through which we can dissect these choices. The theory of loss aversion suggests that the fear of losing something weighs heavier than the prospect of gaining. For some individuals, this manifests not as a mere financial decision, but as a profound psychological calculus. When the stakes are raised, when survival is perceived to hinge on the choices they make, does the moral compass falter? Picture this: a subject encounters a decision point. The immediate gain appears tantalizing, yet the potential losses loom larger in their mind. In this moment, the internal dialogue becomes a battleground. What if the cost of compliance is greater than the cost of defiance? What if the very act of adhering to societal expectations results in an unbearable loss of self? Thus, a bridge forms, a psychological bridge between rational thought and instinctual behavior. It is here that the individual teeters, caught between the echoes of past experiences and the weight of future consequences. Can we chart a course across this chasm, or are we destined to spiral into the abyss of our own making? Engaging with the dissonance of these thoughts, we must confront uncomfortable truths. Are we merely products of our environment, or do we possess the agency to rewrite our narratives? The answers remain shrouded in ambiguity. As we delve deeper into this exploration, the question lingers: how much of our behavior is dictated by biology, and how much is influenced by the choices we make? The line between victim and perpetrator blurs, revealing the intricate dance between mind and matter. Each step on this bridge is a reminder that the journey toward understanding is fraught with paradox, and the answers we seek may reveal more about ourselves than the individuals we study. The room was sterile, the air thick with the scent of antiseptic. A table, laden with evidence, stood as a silent witness to the complexities of the human psyche. Each item, a fragment of a larger narrative, awaited its turn to be scrutinized. The analysis began with a careful examination of biological evidence, meticulously catalogued. These fragments, often overlooked, held the key to understanding the subject's mindset. Behavioral economics posits that decisions are rarely made in a vacuum. Each choice reflects an intricate web of internal motivations and external influences. The subject's profile revealed patterns reminiscent of cognitive dissonance, a psychological state where conflicting beliefs coalesce into a singular action. This internal struggle manifested in unpredictable behavior, challenging our theories of rationality. As forensic analysts delved deeper, they unearthed a tapestry of contradictions. The subject exhibited traits of impulsivity intertwined with meticulous planning. Such duality painted a portrait of an individual wrestling with their identity. The concept of loss aversion emerged as a critical lens. This theory suggests that the fear of losing something outweighs the potential gain. In this case, the subject's choices appeared driven by a desperate need to reclaim lost control, leading to decisions that defied conventional logic. The data painted a chilling picture. Patterns emerged, revealing a reliance on heuristics, mental shortcuts that simplify decision-making. Yet these shortcuts often lead to biases. The subject, perhaps unknowingly, fell into the traps of overconfidence and framing effects. Each action was a calculated risk, albeit steeped in an undercurrent of anxiety. In parallel, the social context loomed large. The subject's environment served as both a crucible and a catalyst. Social validation played a pivotal role, providing a skewed lens through which choices were viewed. Peer influence, often underestimated, shaped the narrative, blurring the lines between independence and conformity. The subject's decisions echoed the principles of social proof, where the actions of others dictated perceived norms. Drawing from these insights, the case conclusion loomed. The amalgamation of behavioral theories and forensic analysis illuminated the paradox of the human condition, mind over matter. This intricate interplay of psychology and economics revealed not just an individual's actions, but the very essence of what drives humanity. The analysis was not merely about resolving a case. It was an exploration into the depths of the mind, where darkness often intertwines with rationality, creating a hauntingly complex mosaic of human behavior. The shadows of society often conceal the faces behind the masks we wear. Each individual, regardless of their intentions, dons a persona crafted from layers of cultural expectations and psychological defense mechanisms. This facade serves both as a shield and a tool for manipulation, creating a complex interplay between identity and behavior. Consider the concept of the mask. It is not merely a theatrical prop, but a psychological necessity. The mask allows individuals to navigate the labyrinth of social interactions while concealing their true selves. Behavioral economics suggests that our decisions are often influenced by the perception of others. We are social beings, driven by the need for acceptance and approval. This primal urge can lead to a paradox where the very characteristics that define us become distorted in the pursuit of societal validation. In a global context, the implications are profound. Different cultures shape distinct masks, each reflective of their values and norms. A subject's interactions within their environment can be analyzed through the lens of cultural psychology. For instance, in collectivist societies, the emphasis on group harmony can lead individuals to suppress personal desires, crafting a mask of conformity. Conversely, in individualistic cultures, the pursuit of personal identity may lead to more pronounced expressions of self, albeit sometimes at the expense of communal relationships. Yet, beneath the surface lies an intricate web of motivations. The antisocial profile challenges our understanding of normalcy. What drives an individual toward behaviors that defy societal norms? The answer often resides within the psychological landscape, where economic incentives collide with moral compasses. Individuals may rationalize their actions as a means of survival or empowerment, creating a distorted reality that justifies their choices. This phenomenon can be likened to a clinical study of cognitive dissonance. When one's actions conflict with internal beliefs, a psychological tension arises. To alleviate this discomfort, the individual may alter their perception of reality. They become the architect of their own justification, building a narrative that fits the mask they wear. The global perspective reveals that we are all players in a larger psychological experiment. The masks we don in everyday life can obscure the nuances of our true intentions. While we may categorize individuals based on observable behaviors, we often overlook the complex motivations that underpin their actions. In this intricate dance of identity, the line between the self and the mask blurs. The implications are staggering. Understanding this complexity is crucial, not just for profiling those who deviate from societal norms, but for recognizing our shared humanity. Behind every mask lies a story worth telling, a narrative that intertwines the threads of culture, psychology, and the relentless pursuit of acceptance. The courtroom was silent, save for the soft rustle of papers. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the very walls were holding their breath. Every eye was fixed on the judge, the ultimate arbiter in this complex tapestry of human behavior. The case, woven from threads of psychological nuance and behavioral economics, had captivated the nation. A final verdict was imminent. The jury had deliberated long and hard, sifting through layers of evidence that spoke not only to the actions of the individual, but also to the intricate dance between environment and psyche. Data points, once mere numbers, had transformed into a narrative rich with implications. Each statistic painted a portrait of the subject, a mind shaped by choices, influences, and the unseen forces of society. As the jurors filed in, their expressions were solemn. Each face bore the weight of responsibility. They had confronted the paradox of human behavior, wrestling with the notion that the mind can be both a weapon and a shield. In understanding the antisocial profile presented, they had been asked to reconcile the duality of the subject's existence. What drove the individual to the precipice of moral ambiguity? The answer lay not solely in biological evidence, but in the interplay of circumstance and choice. The foreperson stood, voice steady yet resonant. We find the subject. The words hung in the air, a moment suspended in time. The truth revealed itself not just in the verdict, but in the collective understanding of the psychological landscape they had navigated. Here, in this moment, was the essence of behavioral economics, a convergence of rationality and irrationality, where decisions were dictated by unseen variables. Outside the courtroom, the world continued its relentless march. News outlets buzzed with speculation, eager for the next chapter. But within these walls, the focus was on the intricacies of the human mind, the delicate balance between free will and determinism. The verdict was not merely an endpoint, it was a catalyst for reflection. In a world craving answers, the narrative had shifted. The complexities of the subject's life were no longer shrouded in mystery. The final verdict was a mirror held up to society, urging a reconsideration of how we perceive behavior, choice, and consequence. As the gavel struck, a new phase began, not just for the case, but for those who sought to understand the depths of the human psyche. The story was far from over. In the wake of this revelation, subscribe to Grey Matter Reports. Join us as we delve deeper into the shadows of the mind. Together, we will explore the labyrinth of choices, motivations, and the intricate tapestry of human behavior. Let us unravel the mysteries that lie within.